Hello students, today we are going to learn about loop. So before we start loop, can you tell me how you walk or how you run? Yes, we use our feet. So one feet forward, then the other feet forward to walk. And that's how we can travel from one place to another place. Now this one leg forward, then the other leg forward is a continuous process. We do it continuously. Yes, so this is a kind of repetitive work. Suppose one more example, let's see. From your room, you want to go to the kitchen. So how you will perform? You will start walking from your room and you will continuously walk until you reach the kitchen. And when you reach the kitchen, you will stop walking. So the repetitive walking has stopped once you reach the destination. All right, so in our daily life, or you can say in many situations where we need to perform this repetitive task again and again. In programming also we perform this kind of work, and to perform this kind of work we use loop statement. In Python we have two loop statement. One is counting loop. In counting loop, we repeat some things to a certain number. Let's say we want to do some work for 100 times, or say we want to do some work for 50 times. In this case, we use counting loop. All right. So for counting loop, we use for loop statement. And another loop is there called conditional loop. In conditional loop, we repeat something until certain things happen. And conditional loop implement using while loop. Alright, now we will see how to implement these two loop using Python programming language. Now at first we will see about the for loop. For loop process some items in any sequence. Alright, so the general form goes like that: for, then a variable, and then we will use a keyword called in, and then a sequence. Sequence means some numbers. Let's say I want to repeat something for this number of time, 1 2 3 4 5. Then I can put these numbers in the sequence. Alright, so what this for loop will do, at first this one will go to the variable and then it will repeat these statements, statement 1 and statement 2. Now how we will understand that which statement it will repeat? The statements which is inside the for loop block, this for loop block, these statements will repeatedly executed, repeatedly process again and again to do some work. This statement could be anything, a print statement, something else also can be there. We will see. So in the first sequence, 1 will get by the variable, and the second 2 will get by the variable, and so on until 5. All right. So this statement and statement 1 and statement 2 is called loop body, and this for is called the header. All right, so let's see one example. So here x is the variable and this is the sequence that I want to do. So simply here I am printing the x values. So x value will be 1, and then print x will print the x value, means 1 will print at first, then x value will become 2, then 2 will print, and so on up to 5 we will print. So let's run this example in a Python interpreter and see how things goes. To run the Python program, I will use an online interpreter provided by pythontutor.com, and I will write the code here. All right, so for x in the sequence, this is a list of sequence. We can use something else also, which we will see by another example, and then I will print simply the value of x. All right, so let's see by visualizing it. So in this frames you will see the variables value, and in this section you will see the output. All right, so I can execute step by step using this next button here, and if I click on next, it will initialize x variable with 1. Then it will print, because the next statement must print x, and then this for loop will assign 2 variable in the x, which you can see here, and then next print 2. So using this for loop I can print this 5 value. Instead of writing 5 different print statements, I can achieve this using only one print statement, using inside a loop. All right, so that is a simple printing program. So if I want, I can do something else also. Suppose I want to display twice of this number, means 2 times. That I can write as x star 2, and I will write little nicely twice of comma x is like that. All right, so we will get a nice line over here. So yes, x value, then x into 2, which is 2, then 2 into 2 4, and so on. The same program I can write using a range function also. Yes, instead of a list. Now this range functions will gives us a value of sequence. In this particular example, we will get the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Range function always give one less value than the stop value. All right, so basically this whole program will do same as the above one. So this is about for loop. Let's learn about while loop. In while loop we need some condition, and until and unless this condition evaluates true, our loop will continue. So again in this in while loop also, this is called the loop body, which will repeat again and again, and this is called the header. All right, so here we will need to put a condition. So let's see an example. So we have defined here a variable a which have a value of 5, and then we say that we will continue this loop if the a value is greater than 0, which is greater. So 5 is greater than 0 will be true. So that's why our loop will continue, and we will print hello along with the value of a. Then one statement you can see here which will reduce the value of a by 1, means after executing this line or after processing this statement, we will get the a value as 4. This statement which change the value of a variable which is used in the condition is also called the update statement. Remember, update statement always change the value of the variable which used in the condition of while loop. So let's run this example again in Python tutor and see how things goes. Again, we will use the same Python interpreter. Alright, so now a equal to 5, then I said while a is greater than 0, then print hello, comma the value of a, then a equal to a minus 1. So let's run this and see what happened. So at first, the global frame will assign a variable a with value 5. Then we will run this line. So this is true. That's why we will go to the next, which is print statement, and we will get hello 5 value of a. Next is the update statement that I told you earlier. Here we will deduct the value of a by 1. So our a value will become 4. So again we will go back to the beginning of the while loop and we will test the condition. So now 4 is greater than 0, which is true. That's why again we will run the loop, which is 4. So the loop will continue so on. You can see the value of a is changing. Likewise in print statement also it is changing. So now a value is 1. 1 is greater than 0. That's why it will be true. And it will print the value of a. And here in that now in the update statement, the a value will become 0. And 0 is not greater than 0. That's why the condition will evaluate false. That's why the while loop will not continue anymore. And that's how we while loop execution ends. Alright. So today we learn about for loop and while loop. Thank you.